Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Damnation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
Alright, and we are back. So today we're going to look at something a little different. I am still working on the LEGO Transformers content for those who are subscribed for that. That stuff is a little more time consuming, but for now, since I figured I'd look at something a little different, we're going to look at Robocop from the first Robocop movie made in 1987. Or if we're going to be technically his name was Alex J. Murphy before he was blown to pieces and rebuilt as a cyborg, but anyway, if you've never seen the movie, it's a great film. It was really ahead of its time. And I think aged very well since, I could watch that movie right now and still be impressed with it for the fact that it was a movie made in the 80s and had so much detail and care for its characters that, I really love those movies. The sequels, I like them. I like Robocop 2 and 3. I understand why other people don't like them. I get it, for a lot of the story aspects, but one thing that Robocop always delivered in, at least in the sequels, was the action. Seriously, you saw like trucks and buildings exploding. You had robot ninjas and some freaking guy always shouting, "I'd buy that for $1." It was awesome. Robocop was an awesome franchise in the 80s, and I'm looking forward to the new game that they plan to release soon. Or I don't know if it's soon, but I heard there was a new game coming out where it's going to be like an open world, like first-person shooter where you're basically Robocop and you're just taking out crime in Detroit. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But yeah, here's the actual Robocop figure. Again, I was going to upload something else, but I don't like leaving the channel without content, so I figured I'd put this up for the meantime. But anyway, here is Robocop. Let's get him in a more simple pose. Let's get his pistol out of the way so we can look at that individually. Put his hands in a nice closed fist, since he's always kind of depicted with a closed fist. So there's Robocop. Let's look at his gun first. So here's the Auto 9, which is, if I remember correctly, in the movie, it was a heavily modified Beretta 93 with like an extended front end, and it was like just ridiculously insane. And according to the movie, it had a 50-round magazine, which, okay, realistically would be impossible because it would require a really huge magazine to stick out. Probably maybe like that far. I don't know how much, how long 50 rounds of I think it was like 9mm or something, or I don't know. It may have been something. I don't know. The gun in that movie was ridiculously lethal, and it was awesome. Just blowing through bad guys. It also has this little stub here, which comes with this little thing. So the reason I included that is because if you have like a normal stud piece, say like this brick or whatever, here's just an example. I like using this piece for the front end because it kind of goes with the shape of the actual Robocop pistol, the Auto 9, and you can do that. So this one actually functions. What else do we have? I also built his, or not his, but like, I did build a Cobra assault cannon, like the one in the movie that a lot of the bad guys used. It's basically just an explosive sniper rifle, but at one point he did use it to blow up Ed 209, which was absolutely hilarious. I may build Ed 209 since I'm already looking at Robocop. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I want to finish all my LEGO Transformer projects before I do anything else. What else did I build him? And yes, he can hold it. I figured I might as well demonstrate it. Just a simple little clip system that doesn't want to cooperate. I just realized that little piece is in the way. I'll have to fix that in a second. I know it's so unprofessional. Again, I haven't touched this thing in months, so, it's whatever. Okay, now he can hold it. There we go. I'll figure out how to do that other piece later. Sorry about that. But yes, he can hold the Cobra assault cannon, and he can... Here, let me see if I can get it to work. I know I got it to work last time. I'm just trying to get it to work right now. Whatever, he can hold it. I just don't want to mess with it right now because it's kind of a mess. And I also made his gun arm from Robocop 3, as well as the jetpack. So we'll demonstrate all that too. One other thing that I forgot to include that he also had in the first movie was the data spike. So how this works is basically... you just pop his little hands out here. So put that up there. And then you can add that piece I just took off from the Cobra Assault Cannon. Put that there. put this here. And then you just put this on backwards, and then he can have his data spike that he used to stab Clarence Boddicker with, which, by the way, Clarence Boddicker was probably one of the best villains of the 80s. Oh my god. Clarence Boddicker, what a villain. Man, Robocop had just so many good, memorable characters. Even the characters you're supposed to hate were just absolutely hilarious, and I love it. But anyway, there's the data spike that he stabs Clarence Boddicker with. If you remember that scene in the movie. You can also give him his gun arm. It attaches the same way as the drill hand on my... Wait, which arm was it? I need to remember. I need to do this correctly because I don't want to mess this up. Yeah, if you ever saw my Mechagodzilla video when I was looking at other Lego Mocs, it pretty much just attaches the same way. You just remove the hand and basically just, you know, swap out the weapon instead. Also, yeah, I realized, yeah, his gun arm was in the wrong spot. So I'm sorry about that. But I did correct it, and I'll probably include this in post-editing. Also, I forgot to mention, in the movie, his gun arm also had a flamethrower and a rocket launcher. So there was no messing around with Robocop. So, yeah. Sorry I forgot to include this in the main review, but at least it'll be in post-editing. So, you know. Be thankful I at least remembered. I built a lot of this from memory. That, and I also do have an old Robocop toy from the 90s that had this gun arm, which I probably should have looked at that before building this. But again, I've had this built for months, so I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. So there's the gun arm. It may be on the wrong arm, so please forgive me if that is the case. What else does he have? I did build his jetpack, which I'll be honest, I know a lot of people thought the jetpack in the third movie was really silly. But I thought it was absolutely awesome because to me, I always like the idea of like, especially like semi-robot characters, even cyborgs. Like, I like the idea of them getting like upgrades as long as they're not super over the top. And because the jetpack was something that was like he didn't always have on him, I was able to, you know, be more forgiving of it. And it's not going on for some reason. See, it just clips onto the back of his. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I was having a little trouble getting that on. But yeah, so now he can fly around like Iron Man, even though I think Robocop is way cooler than Iron Man. Yeah, there he is with his jetpack and gun arm. Again, I don't know if that gun arm is on the right arm, so I may have to fix that later, even though in reality I could just flip it upside down. But actually, I think I do have it upside. I don't know. It's whatever. It does the job. But anyway, this is just something fun I wanted to look at just so the channel has some content. But yeah, Robocop as a franchise has always been one of my favorites growing up as a little kid, which is ironic because especially the first movie, it was very violent and a lot of gore if you saw the director's cut, which I did because it was awesome. Before we go, here's this green light car of the actual Ford Taurus they drove in the movies. Which I have 3 of these, but I keep one in the package so I can hang it on the wall under my Hotline Miami poster. So there's that. So let's put the little cop car with Robocop. Get all this other stuff out of the way. Here, let's put it all together so we get a nice thumbnail. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy this video. Again, I know it's not my usual, but again, this is my channel and I like to cover stuff that I like. So hopefully this will be good for now. I'll try to include more of my other Mocs too to kind of diversify things because as much as I love Transformers, and trust me, I love Transformers with all my heart, but there's other stuff that I like too that I want to talk about because, you know, my passion in general for like just physical media, especially like, you know, models or toy collectibles is just anything from any movie or TV show or comic that I like. And I just love talking about stuff. So again, I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you all have a good one and I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you guys in the next one. So thanks for watching.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!